Mathematics is the foundation of all things. If you're interested, I can teach you some arithmetic. First, hold out.
यो सूर्यकांत भाई, क्या हाल चाल? थोड़े का तो हो गया भाई। आज भी शायद मैं खत्म नहीं कर पाऊंगा यार, मैं थोड़ा सा लेट हो गया। कैसे हो सब लोग? फिलहाल तो बस हम दोनों हैं। और बताओ, एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन कैसी चल रही है?
You got this! Be gone, shadow of darkness!
Shine like a gemstone! Show 'em, Louie! Take out!
Divine light, shield them! Light the dust!
मस्त, बस फोन चार्ज करो एंड लेके चले जाओ, बस इतना ही है। फोन चार्ज करो और लेके चले जाओ मतलब?
Let the world collide!
While the light shines bright, behold the...
Go, Louie! Like it or lump it! As you like!
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! Without further ado, light the dust!
कल एग्जाम हॉल का पिक क्लिक करके डीसी पर सेंड कर दूं क्या? बोर्ड्स का पीएस पर? नहीं भाई, पढ़ाई करो, पढ़ाई। वैसे एग्जाम कल ही स्टार्ट होने वाला है कि शुरू हो चुका है?
My name echoing song!
You got this! The light compels you!
A gift from the land beyond!
Divine light, shield them! ट्वेंटी टू ट्वेंटी सेकेंड। अच्छा, मतलब आज एंड आज था क्या? अच्छा नहीं, कल था और कल है। एंड 25 टू 27, 3-3-6। ओके भाई, चलो फिर भी कम गैप है। हमारे टाइम पे तो भाई मैंने जब बीटेक करा था, हमारा फिर भी सही था, हमारा गैप था, अच्छा खासा गैप था। आई थिंक 1 हफ्ता या कुछ गैप तो था। बट मतलब हमारा गैप सुन के मुझे गुस्सा आया था। फिर मैंने मैकेनिकल वालों का गैप,
Get him, Aiden! Be gone, shadow of
भाई
darkness!
उनका आई थिंक 2 या कुछ 3 हफ्ते बाद, मतलब सेकंड लास्ट एग्जाम था, उसके 2 या 3 हफ्ते बाद लास्ट एग्जाम था। एग्जाम्स के बीच में ब्रेक ना मिले ना तो बुरा लगता है, बट द थिंग इज कि इतना ज्यादा ब्रेक मिले तो उससे ज्यादा बुरा लगता है। यो श्रेयस भाई, आज मैं लॉगिन नहीं कर पाया श्रेयस भाई, आई एम सॉरी। मैं आज पूरे दिन घर से बाहर था, टाइम ही नहीं मिला। कल भी मैं गारंटी नहीं दे सकता मैं वो कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं रिकॉर्ड। अगर मैं कल करूंगा तो फिर मैं तुम्हें बता दूंगा डिस्कॉर्ड पे। मेरा अंडर ग्रेजुएट का ईयर 1 एंड सेम 2 का बोर्ड एग्जाम है। अच्छा,
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
You got this! Behold
अबे
the
क्या
dawn!
अंधा है क्या थोड़ा सा? भाई बगल में एनिमी था, इसने दूर वाले को
Lucky
टारगेट
wisdom will
करा।
show us the way.
जस्ट फिनिश एक्ट 9। भाई मैंने अब तक कुछ नहीं करा है तो नो स्पॉयलर्स। मैं आज पूरा दिन घर से बाहर था तो मुझे आज टाइम ही नहीं मिला। मैं बस अभी ओपन कर रहा हूँ।
Let my name echo in song!
Be gone, shadow of darkness!
A gift from the land beyond! Go, Ruby!
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines. Without further ado.
घर से बाहर और अब बन के क्यों घूम रहे थे? घर से बाहर आवारा बन के भाई काम था कुछ। कुछ काम के लिए गया था, वो काम तो नहीं हुआ बट इंफॉर्मेशन मिल गई काम के रिलेटेड। डिड नॉट स्टार्ट एक्ट 9। मैं आई एम नॉट श्योर कौन सा एक्ट है बट तो स्टार्ट करके बस थोड़ा ही करा हूँ।
Light compels...
आज स्ट्रीम पे ही करूँगा। मे बी आज कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाएगा, कल
Lucky
तक
wisdom
खत्म
will show
करूँगा।
us the way. Be cleansed.
Bro, I do not have any. Which character should I go for during? I also need to pull Ziva in future. I already have her premium team. ड्यूरिन तो नहीं बट निकोल, मतलब अगर वो है तो निकोल सर्च करूंगा मैं। ड्यूरिन एज ऑफ नाउ तो नहीं। शादी के लिए लड़की देखने गए तो भाई मैं ऑलरेडी शादीशुदा हूँ, क्या मतलब शादी के लिए लड़की देखने गए?
Let the world fly!
You got this! Behold the dawn!
As you like it! Dumb, Ruby! Like it or lump it!
Divine light, shield them.
निकोल गुड टू पुल। मेरे पीओवी से तो हाँ। फिलहाल वेट कर लो, अभी पुल मत करना। वेट फॉर द ड्रिप मार्केटिंग एंड सी कि कौन आ रहा है। आई होप ड्रिप मार्केटिंग फर्स्ट हाफ में ही हो जाए। ये सब कब हुआ? ओए जी हु एंड मिनी स्टारपन। मैं सच में नहीं पता, मैं तो कब का डिस्कॉर्ड में बता दिया था।
Go get him, Aiden! Light compels you!
Stay high!
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
पांच आर्टिफैक्ट्स। ओके, आई थिंक ये हाईएस्ट पॉसिबल नहीं, हाईएस्ट पॉसिबल 6 है। ऑलमोस्ट हाईएस्ट, सेकंड हाईएस्ट, बट स्टिल बहुत रेयर है यार ये 5 आर्टिफैक्ट। वैसे जिबाई का उतना गारंटी तो दे नहीं सकते कि कब आएगी, पता नहीं कब आए।
Add astra.
चैट फ्रीज हो गई क्या? अरे लाइक नहीं करा ये गलत बात है भाई, तुम लोगों ने स्ट्रीम
Thank
लाइक
you
नहीं
for
करा।
add
ये
astra.
गलत बात है भाई, ये बहुत गलत बात है, ऐसा तो मत करो यार। आई गेस नेक्स्ट पैच, आई थिंक यस नेक्स्ट पैच बिना रीरन होना चाहिए। इसी वर्जन में बिना का रीरन हो जाना चाहिए था, बट वी डिडंट गेट बिना रीरन इन दिस वर्जन, सो इट शुड बी इन द नेक्स्ट वर्जन। योर करंट पिटी भाई, मैंने तो देखो निकोल निकाला है, पिटी तो आई डोंट थिंक है भी कुछ। अच्छा नहीं, पिटी है, उसके बाद मैंने पुल करा था आई थिंक, आई डोंट नो कितना पिटी है, मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ। मे बी 10 12 या 20 ऐसा कुछ होगा पिटी। लोहे निकाल रहा, पता नहीं, मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ स्किल। आई एम नॉट श्योर मैं लोहेन पुल करूंगा कि नहीं, मे बी नॉट, मे बी यस, आई स्टिल डोंट नो भाई। एक और इमो बॉय मिल जाएगा श्राव की तरह। यार मैं सर लेवल 90 कर भी, अच्छा नहीं अटैक चाहिए इसे वैसे। 12 मोर भाई, 2 दिन के बाद अगर मैं जना के करे भाई, देखो एक एक्ट्रेस है, उनसे बात करो गर्मी रिलेटेड, मुझसे क्यों बात कर रहे हो?
Transfix.
Oz reveals I...
Drop your weapons.
I think not.
Overruled.
Begone.
Final warning.
$32,000 ऑज ने मार दिया भाई। स्पेशल मिला कद्दू मेरा पायरो इम्यूनिटी, ले मेरा इलेक्ट्रो अटैक्स पकड़। वैसे ये एयर न्यू 4 स्टार का सीसी मस्त लगा है, ये क्राउड कंट्रोल करती है, ये तो लेटेस्ट न्यूज़ है।
Drop your weapons.
Such defiance.
By royal decree.
14.
Transfixed. Stop right there.
Odds revealed by
अरे अगले क्रिट ही नहीं कर रहे यार. 4000 अटैक 87. अब भी अगर क्रिट मिस करी ना ये, आई डोंट नो भाई. लास्ट वाले पे 4 मिल जा तो अच्छा लगेगा.
Drop your weapons.
begone.
अर्ले का मतलब इनिशियल हिट्स इतने सारे 100K के ऊपर आ रहे हैं ना. ठीक है प्रून. यस यस उसी कैरेक्टर के लिए फार्म कर रहा हूँ मैं भाई साहब. मैंने सारे ये उड़ा दिए. प्रून को 90 मुझे इसीलिए करना है कि उसका उसे अटैक चाहिए बहुत सारा. भाई इतना करने के बाद भी सिर्फ 2600 अटैक है. क्या ही करूं मैं. एंड इसका C6 बहुत सही है. भाई डिफरेंस कितना है बेनेट वर्सेस निकोल ऑन अर्ले. टेस्ट कर लेते हैं. रुक जाओ.
Add a Thank you for add as
आई एम नॉट श्योर बेनेट से बेटर डैमेज आएगा कि नहीं, बट देखते हैं. CR फूड खाता हूँ ठीक है, ताकि अगले क्रिट मिस ना करे. CR फूड ये वाला तो फिजिकल वाला है आई थिंक. यस CR वाला कहाँ है. ओके नहीं ये डबल है. क्रिट रेट ठीक है. चलो क्रिट रेट बढ़ाएगा ये सिर्फ, कोई एडिशनल बफ नहीं. पहले बेनेट के साथ देखते हैं. मिलियस्टर पे कर लो इससे अच्छा. भाई मुझे बस एक ही हिट चेक करना है, उसमें क्या दिक्कत आएगी. वैसे एक्चुअली यू नो व्हाट, यू आर राइट. मिलियस्टर में ही चेक कर लेता है भाई, क्योंकि यहाँ पे वन शॉट ही हो जाएगा. ऑफिशियली खत्म कर देगी. इसका डैमेज ही नहीं देख पाऊंगा मैं. बट उससे पहले लेट मी जस्ट रिविजिट दिस वेब इवेंट. वैसे ये वेब इवेंट कर लेना ठीक है गाइस. सबको फ्रीमोस मिलेंगे. फ्रीमोस टेल दो. किसे किसे क्यों काई को. एंटर इवेंट गेट क्यूब्स. अरे नहीं यार, सारे फालतू के चीजों में चले गए। भाई कुछ तो अच्छे जा रहे यार। जी। छे। ये इवेंट का लिंक मैं डाल देता हूँ, ठीक है, इसे 1 मिनट। किसी का अगर रिटर्निंग आईडी है तो फिर एक एक बस डाल दो ना। मैं लिंक देता हूँ चैट में, ठीक है। अगर किसी का रिटर्निंग आईडी है तो फिर बस एक बंदा वो कर लो। यो पुगिल भाई, सजनी रघु क्यों पेल दिया भाई? वो हरकतें ऐसी करता है। 160 प्रीमोस बस इवेंट से, मतलब ऐसे कैजुअली मिल गया 160 प्रीमोस। इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ कि ये वाला इवेंट करो। करते, यस सही बोला। शर्म करो, सब दिख रहा मैं आए। भाई कितना साल हो गया ना यहाँ पे देखे हुए कि 100 प्रीमोस मिलेंगे कंपनसेशन में। गेंशिन यार, जस्ट फॉर द नॉस्टैल्जिया, डू इट, डू इट गेंशिन, डू इट। हल्का सा ये टेस्ट करेंगे एंड उसके बाद हम लोग करेंगे और कॉन्क्वेस्ट। इससे बढ़िया इस क्या इस्तेमाल मॉड पावर्स का नहीं हो सकता? अच्छा, इस्तेमाल इत तो वैसे कंग्रेचुलेशंस, मैं भी तुम्हारे स्टेज पे आ गया हूँ। मेरा भी ईयरफोन खराब हो गया, एक साइड नहीं चल रहा है। ये ले रहा पीक, पीक डीपीएस। इससे बेटर डीपीएस हो ही नहीं सकता। Why do you need more attack? Does Nicole buff be enough for Brune? वैसे ये भी बात सही है कि निकोल का भी बफ तो मिलेगा ब्रून को, बट इन सिनेरियोस जहाँ पे प्रून नहीं रहेगी टीम में, वहां पे उसका वो काम आएगा। समझ रहे हो ना? क्या मतलब प्री इंस्टॉलिंग? मैं इतनी बार ये कर चुका हूँ डीपीएस मोड टेस्ट। अब समझो मेरी क्या हालत होती है। भाई मैं उसमें भी 10 फिनिशर्स के साथ चिकन मारा हूँ आज, 10 फिनिशर्स, जिसमें एक 1v3 था। उसका मैं शॉर्ट भी डालूंगा बट हाईलाइट वाला, क्योंकि मैंने रिकॉर्ड नहीं करा। अब बोलो एक तो। अरे नहीं यार ना भाई, ये टीम, अबे क्या यार, ये टीम क्यों मैं लेके आ गया? लेवल सबके निकलेंगे। हाँ मेरी जान, तुम्हारा फोन तो मुझे भाई, फिर मैं बताता हूँ। भाई आज मेरा ड्यूरियन 53 CR 2000 सोलो यार। CR बढ़ाओ, 60 रखो। भाई आज मेरा गेम अराउंड 5 सेकंड के लिए फ्रीज हो गया, मुझे लगा क्रैश करेगा, क्रैश करेगा, भाई फ्रीज हो गया। फ्रीज, कैन यू इमेजिन दैट? अर्ले फिशल बेनेट, ये चलो।
या कोई भी 60 fps
little
जिस
extra
पर बिल्डिंग
training
दिखे
never hurts.
लैंडिंग के वक्त। न्यू आर्गन क्वेस्ट क्या आया क्या भाई? न्यू तुम जब से क्विट करे हो कुकिल भाई तब से तो बहुत आर्गन क्वेस्ट आ चुके हैं।
Overruled. Final warning. Everybody stand back.
चलो 1.8 मिलियन 1.8 मिलियन आया रिले का विथ बेनेट फिशल। ठीक है, अभी देखते हैं विथ निकोल। निकोल का द थिंग इज कि यहाँ पे हेक्सराई बफ भी रहेगा जो कि बेनेट के पास नहीं था, बट ऑब्वियसली बेनेट हेक्सराई बफ प्रोवाइड ही नहीं करता है। वहां पे तुम किसे निकालोगे? फिशल को निकालोगे तो भी हेक्सराई हट गया, शेब्रूस को निकालोगे तो इनसेन लेवल का बफ चला गया। ठीक है, अगर बेनेट का भी हेक्सराई ग्रुप का पार्ट बना देन विल टॉक अबाउट दैट। अरे मतलब इस बार का अपडेट, हाँ इस बार का अपडेट में तो आया है। निको निक्यूटो निक्यूटी। वैसे देखो पुकिल भाई, निकोल निखिल नाम में भी सिमिलैरिटी है, पुल कर लो। क्या तुम लोगों ने ये सोचा है निकोल निखिल कितना सिमिलैरिटी है? कर लिया? नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैंने नहीं करा है, बट इंटरेस्टिंग है, स्टार्टिंग से ही बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है। मैं अभी थोड़ी देर में स्टार्ट करूंगा। 1.8 मिलियन था, ठीक है, एक रोटेशन का डीपीएस।
Transfixed. By royal decree. Stop right there.
I think not. Our little secret.
स्लाइटली बेटर, स्लाइटली, बहुत सिमिलैरिटीज है। स्लाइटली निकोल में बेटर बोलूंगा, बट एक और चीज का एडवांटेज है निकोल के साथ, दैट इज कि यू गेट द शील्ड।
Drop your weapons. Overruled.
Begone. Oz, reveal thyself. I live within you.
रिले को पर हिट 100K के ऊपर मारना चाहिए था, ये क्या है? 2.2 मिलियन।
Final warning. Transfixed.
Such defiance. Our little secret.
By royal decree.
इस बार कुछ एक्स्ट्रा एडिशनल ऐड नहीं करा है, बट 2.1 मिलियन गया। निकोल बेटर तो है भाई, और मेरा बेनेट C6 भी है। मेरा बेनेट C0 नहीं है, इट्स C6। शेवरुस की जगह एक बार ड्यूरिन डाल के देखना, 35% रेस्ट रेट देगा। बात तो सही है, 35% रेस्ट रेट, बट द थिंग इज कि शेवरुस 20% या 40% अटैक देती है, 40% रेस्ट रेट देती है, 60% पायरो डैमेज एंड इलेक्ट्रो डैमेज बोनस देती है। तो मे बी ड्यूरिन का पर्सनल डैमेज बेटर कर दिया है, मे बी बराबर ही है, काइंड ऑफ, हाँ बराबर ही है। बट द थिंग इज कि अरिले के लिए बेनेट से ज्यादा निकोल मैं बेटर बोलूंगा, क्योंकि निकोल शील्ड प्रोवाइड करते हैं जिसके अरिले को ज्यादा नीड है कंपेयर टू हीलिंग, क्योंकि हील ये होती ही नहीं है, एंड बेनेट का सर्कल इम्पैक्ट। चलो इस बार ड्यूरिन ऐड करके देखते हैं, थोड़ा सा फेयर कंपैरिजन हो जाएगा ड्यूरिन के साथ।
Hello, everyone. I'm Durin.
वो तो है, यस।
laid bare.
Begone! I live within you.
Decay! New life! Watch!
2.1 मिलियन। एक मिनट जरा। चलो इसका 2.2 मिलियन आया है। मेरे से 12 सेकंड तक बर्फ देता है, निकोल 20 सेकंड तक। ड्यूरेशन बेटर है। 3 सेकंड वेट भाई। तुम वो सेकंड रोटेशन पे शेब्रूस के स्किल के साथ ट्राई कर सकते हो, बट द थिंग इज कि दोनों का ही सेम रोटेशन में टेस्ट करो, तो ऐसा नहीं एक को फायदा मिल रहा है दूसरे को नहीं, समझ रहे हो? चैट लास्ट सेकंड, कल मैंने अर्ले पे सब यूज कर डाला, तब उसका रेशियो 80 to 208 बना। भाई मेरा करेंटली 87 200 है, बहुत क्रिट मिस कर रही थी 82 पे मेरा।
Odds revealed I...
A turning point in fate!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
ना 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 300K का फर्क आया। पता नहीं ये डैमेज भी मुझे ना कुछ कम लग रहा है, क्योंकि ओपन वर्ल्ड एंड अबिस में अर्ले भाई 100K के नीचे हिट ही नहीं कर रहे हो इतने कॉल। Why is your earliest damage not reaching? वही मुझे भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि अर्ले का डैमेज 100K क्यों नहीं जा रहा है यहाँ पे, क्योंकि मैंने बाहर जहां भी टेस्ट किया 100K के नीचे आ ही नहीं रहे स्टार्टिंग के कुछ हिट्स। एबिस पे नहीं, एबिस पे नहीं है महंग भाई। मैंने वो वाले बॉस पे भी ट्राई करा जो, अरे कौन सा कैरेक्टर है वो, प्रून का बॉस जो है, उस पे भी ट्राई करा, उस पे भी 100 के आ ही रहा था। चलो गाइस, इट्स पुलिंग टाइम। ओमेनल में रिस्क कम होता है आई गेस, आई डोंट नो। रूइन गार्ड के अगेंस्ट ट्राई करा था, रूइन गार्ड का रिस्क भी ना बराबर ही होता है। रूइन गार्ड का रेस ना बराबर होता है उसका, बट उनका फिजिकल रेस बहुत हाई होता है। मिलियस्टर में बहुत ज्यादा क्रिट मिस होता है, गैस ओपन वर्ल्ड में अबिस में इतना नहीं होता। नहीं 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 नहीं, नहीं। क्रिट मिस से वो हिट नंबर का कोई नहीं है, जो भी हिट नंबर्स थे वो क्रिट्स ही थे, तो वो तो इशू नहीं है। ड्यूरिन ही बेंच्ड हो गया। मेरी अर्ले 220 के मार रही है विथ अर्ले ड्यूरिन निकोल काजुआ। अर्ले ड्यूरिन निकोल काजुआ। ये टीम तो मैंने ट्राई आई थिंक करा है, उतना तो मेरा डैमेज नहीं गया है।
Burn it down! Everybody stand
देखना
back!
पड़ेगा मुझे
Let's light it
कितना
up!
जाएगा। वैसे इस वाले बॉस के अगर नॉक स्टेज में देखोगे तो इसका रेस्ट बहुत गिरा रहता है, स्पेशली पायरो रेस्ट, उस पर बहुत गंदा डैमेज है।
Let's light it up! Rise with the sun! I'm going in! Fulfill our path! You two! Time to wrap from the sky!
यार नॉट मेल्ट।
Light it up! Everybody stand back! Teamwork is dreamwork! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get up! Light of the blazing sun!
बाय द अर्ले C1। वाह मैंग भाई वाह वाह, मतलब असली पीस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड में देखे
Stop
तुम।
right there! You asked for it!
Such defiance. Heaven's will.
ओके यहाँ नहीं आ रहा बट ओपन वर्ल्ड में आ रहा था।
Overrule!
Midnight phantasmical.
Final warning!
Begone.
देखा अब आ रहा है 100 की, यहाँ पे भी आ रहा है।
Our little secret. I think not.
Stop right there! Justice will prevail!
भाई इसके हाई रिस्क के साथ भी अर्ले का 100 केस आ रहे हैं।
Laid bare! Final warning!
Begone.
Midnight Phantasm.
ये अजम्पशन तो जेन्युइन है। वैसे अगर मैं बोल रहा तुमको कॉन्स कंसीडर कर लेना चाहिए। बात तो सही है, बात तो सही है भाई, बट 100 के यहाँ पे आ रहा है। यहाँ पे कोई अब इस एडिशनल बफ, आई मीन थोड़ा सा कार्ड्स बफ बोल सकते हो। कौन सा बफ था? अटैक? अच्छा नहीं था भाई, एनर्जी रिचार्ज था। कार्ड्स का भी बफ नहीं था।
Are you
Let's
here to
light it up!
play?
I'm going in! Show no mercy! You two! Time to pyroclastic surge! Burn it down! Everybody stand back! Laline, Eat Papa, get light of the blazing sun!
नहीं मेल्ट नहीं होगा।
Light it up! Fulfill our path! You two! Time to pyroclastic surge!
ओके विथ में बोल के अटैक कर दिया है। प्ले विथ में, अच्छा प्ले विथ में बोल के अटैक कर दिया।
Transfixed! Odds reveal that! Drop your weapons!
Such defiance. Heaven's will.
भाई लिटरली जो दो एलिमेंट नहीं है लाना है इस बॉस के अगेंस्ट, वही दो लेके आ गया मैं।
Laid bare! Stop right there! You asked for it!
As you wish, Mainfroy.
I think not. I live within you.
Heaven's will made mine.
Laid bare.
I think not.
Final warning! Hands where I can see midnight phantasma.
इमेजिन अगर मेरी अगले C1 या C2 होती तो
Overruled.
Our little secret.
Stop right there! By royal decree!
Laid bare.
I live within you. Begone.
Drop your weapons! Justice will
Midnight phantasmical. Transfixed.
I think not.
odds reveal thy
ये स्टार निकल सकता था, पता है? फर्स्ट हाफ अगर थोड़ा फास्ट कर लेते हैं। चलो निकल से अब डुअल बेनेट प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन मिल गया। यस, मेनली तो अर्ले का प्रॉब्लम पूरा सॉल्व। अर्ले 21 के मार रही है, इस पर स्कर का 40 के 50 के मारती है। स्कर्क इस पे 40-50 के। अच्छा नहीं, स्कर्क से तो वो नहीं होता है ना तुम्हारा, रेस का दिक्कत नहीं होता। रिले से तो भाई इसका रेस और बढ़ जाता है। मतलब पायरो और इलेक्ट्रो लिटरली वो दो एलिमेंट है जो तुम्हें इसके अगेंस्ट नहीं यूज करना है।
Rise with the sun.
going in! Keep lolling! East Papa! Get up!
Wrath from the skies.
Everybody stand back! Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath of East!
Light of the blazing sun. Burn it down.
Going in!
Bring it.
You two! Time to end!
Pyroclastic surge.
Why don't you check वारका now itself? वारका का मैं तुम्हारा शॉट बना दूंगा।
Laid bare.
अभी मैं नहीं करना चाहता क्योंकि मैं अभी क्वेस्ट बस स्टार्ट ही
By
करने
royal
वाला हूँ।
decree! Final warning! You asked for it!
Overruled.
अभी कुछ नहीं करना, बस बैठे रहना है हमें। अगले का स्किल कूलडाउन हट जाए तो बहुत बढ़िया है।
Laid bare.
Our little secret. I think not.
Transfixed.
Hands where I can see 'em!
I live within you.
Shadow Raven! Left!
Laid bare.
ठीक है, ये मिस है भाई। बट अगर ये सेकंड टाइम ऊपर ना जाता, जस्ट ये C1 होती मेरे अगले। स्कर्क सपोर्टर्स का क्या
weapons! Be gone!
Oz revealed.
Everlasting as the moon!
भाई ये टाइमिंग भी इस बॉस पे निकालना बहुत मुश्किल है विदाउट ब्लूम, लूनर ब्लूम और हाइपर ब्लूम। बट ये स्टार भी आ सकता था। बट हाँ 100 के तो अगले का जा रहा है इन मतलब अगर उसका फुल बॉन्ड ऑफ लाइफ है, जो कि बेनेट के साथ आई डोंट थिंक मुझे देखने को मिलता था रॉ पायरो में। कहाँ अगले 4 का 1.10 ना भाई, एक्चुअली बात तो सही है। स्कर्क भाई ऑनेस्टली दी मोस्ट गेम ब्रेकिंग डीपीएस आई थी, मतलब उसके जमाने में जितने डीपीएस थे भाई, अरले तो काइंड ऑफ बहुत पहले ही पावर क्रीप हो गई थी, उसके आने के भी पहले। बट स्टिल वो कीप अप कर रही थी, अच्छा बिल्ड है तो वो कीप अप कर ले रही थी। बट ये स्कर्क आके अपना खुद का उसने टीयर ही बना दिया है कि स्कर्क टीयर। ये लूनर डीपीएस का पूरा टीम आया तब जाके उस टीयर को कंपटीशन मिला। बट अरले का
I
ये
hope
अपडेट तो
everyone's
बहुत
ready.
सही है।
We'll be
चलो
arriving at our destination very shortly.
अजय रुक जाओ, मैं स्क्रीन बदल लूं। चिची विल बी ड्राइवर क्या पता, कोई गारंटी। वो ऑलरेडी 50-50 आर्कन तो है, सारे ओल्ड वेस्ट के जगह घूम रहे हैं हम लोग।
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place? Closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely.
You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
Ho, enormous, you say? How large, then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces. All this activity is making for quite the special day. I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on earth are you doing here?
This is
भाई
hilarious.
लीलू पर का
Turns
सिचुएशन को
out
लेकर
good
मेरे
things really
बहुत
do
मिक्स्ड
come to those
ओपिनियंस
who
है।
wait, as long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you... Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilupar. Goatee, Crocco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did you break free, and how did you get in here?
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
Turf.
इस
I'm
इस क्वेस्ट
starting
के
to
बाद
take a
ओपिनियन बताना।
liking to this magic bottle lady.
ओके
Time is of the essence. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the three of you.
All right, stop arguing, Crocco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The three questions are the crucial thing. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless, with the passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, My answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the
Paimon coming in.
I think that makes sense.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it...
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question. It's the answer to all three of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and... You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
Time. Well, indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point.
ये भाई इमेजिन ये एनपीसी लूप है एंड इमेजिन भाई क्लाउड रिटर्नर एंड नहीं माउंटेन शिपर एंड मून कार्वर के साथ क्या हुआ था ये भी एनपीसी है लुक एट दैट डिजाइन एंड नाउ भाई उनका सोचो भाई I mean, मतलब तब कितना ये ऐसा कुछ कर सकते थे वो लोग बट नहीं भाई वो पूरा आलसीगिरी के वजह से वो हुआ था
This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long, long time. You have my sincere gratitude.
मून गॉडेस को ही देख लो मून गॉडेस हाँ भाई मून गॉडेसेस का डिजाइन तो बहुत सही था तीनों के पीछे जो ग्लो था भाई लिटरली वो कोलुमिना का रिलीज पैच था उन तीनों ने कोलुमिना को पूरा वो कर दिया कि नहीं भाई ऑरा हम में ही है
Turns out the statues were quite
You might be
faithful to the
playable, but
source.
we are the aura.
You three seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself. Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth the Ibis.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease. Seeing you two getting along so...
Should we maybe introduce ourselves?
Sure. I'm Sethos,
मैं थोड़ी देर
the
में
current leader
खाना
of the
खाने
Temple of
जाऊंगा, ठीक है?
Silence.
खाना वाना खा के
This is
फिर
General
continue
Maha.
करूंगा।
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in
भाई
today's
इसका
world.
डिजाइन मुझे सबसे बढ़िया लगा to be
Self-awareness is
honest.
one of
इन तीनों
my
का
finest
पर्सनालिटी क्रेजी है
qualities.
भाई
I thought I ought to share its
पर्सनालिटी का वो नहीं
fruits
बट
with
इसका
you
डिजाइन
two.
मुझे बहुत सही लगा
Is that so? Well, I think we'll
इसका भी
take it
अच्छा
in
है
stride,
बट इसका
just as
डिजाइन
we
मुझे
did with
सबसे
the
सही
three
लगा
questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you both your free...
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom.
और ये क्रोकोडाइल का
State your
बहुत
wishes, young
मतलब
one.
सबसे मतलब मैं बोलूँगा बुरा ये डिजाइन फेस का
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you.
General Mahama.
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence.
Whatever is wrong with Ermin's soul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro...
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon?
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel, a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts.
Oh, I shudder to think what could have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid? She has always held nothing but contempt for the Archons.
You can help us make history too.
A smooth talker. Well,
Currently, no one can connect to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology.
Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against... Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice but to go all in.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you. And they...
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not?
Since you ask so nicely, naturally.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall... You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you...
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Shezepank, Saint Bennu, once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to
Okay. यार
Saint Bennu, responding to your call.
Yeah.
3 kings detected.
This was
Initiating
disappointing.
Saint Shezbank,
मुझे लगा फिर
responding
से
to
कोई
your
न्यू
call.
कूल डिजाइन
3 kings
दिखेगा.
detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase. In life, death...
Al-Akmar is long gone.
ये दोनों AI
What is the reason for this
अच्छा.
meeting?
यार AI का भी थोड़ा कूल
You're
डिजाइन
awake?
रख सकते थे.
Good.
मतलब ये बस
We are
स्टैचू
voting
का
on whether to give the
hologram
people
है.
of present-day Sumeru access
Mechanical
to
statue का
Aru and
मतलब
permit
कुछ
them to
मतलब
perform
यही डिजाइन बट
technological
मैकेनिकल
renovations. You have the
मतलब
right
क्या
to
बोलूं मैं
support
रोबोट
or
जैसा
oppose
कुछ
the motion.
होलोग्राम ही होता है यार रोबोट जैसा कुछ होता तो
Aru
सही
is
लगता
the
ना
pride
देखने
of
में.
Al-Ahmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars. I hope you...
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Ahmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher. A god without his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider...
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is true. But Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon as...
Huh? Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof?
I ask the 3 kings. Can any of you...
Naturally, the Ibis King, Thoth.
What?
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity. Simply
ट्रैवलर
let
सीधा
Thoth
बोल
bear
क्यों नहीं देगा भाई आई एम ए
accountability.
डिसेंडर एंड
That way the rest of us may have a clear
I can
conscience.
assure you that it is the truth. 5 पिलर आगे, 6th इज अप, 7 साइनो के अंदर हेमनोबिस है. ओके.
Perish, you diabolical fiend!
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your...
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability.
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than her?
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character?
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall remember. The moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the ley lines. And once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received. To take this step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king.
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace.
King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many do not see it this way.
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apep made their choice ahead of time, while the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Aru be reopened.
ओके, अगर यह पॉज आ रहा है तो फिर मैं खाना खाने जा रहा हूँ. भूख लग गई मुझे. खाना खा के वापस आऊंगा, फिर कंटिन्यू करेंगे. गोल्डन स्लंबर के अंदर जेट का फादर है. गोल्डन स्लंबर पार्ट 1. यस 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 याद है.
What's this? Are we under attack? No.
Here you are, through the sands of time. I see
Jet
you.
का father.
Father.
It's Jet's father, Jibriel! That's right! He entered the Golden Slumber, didn't he?
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown. Strong.
You have to leave, don't you? Please, just answer me this.
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Semail, is finally free. I am truly grateful for the chance to see you again. That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that
मेलोडी
you take good
आयुष
care
भाई
of yourself.
समझा, मैं समझ रहा हूँ. वो रील तो मैंने भी देखा है.
Father! Father! Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat?
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the Golden Slumber for our sake. And now, after all this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief.
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad. Goodbye, Father.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was.
We three retainers, once
नहीं
imprisoned
है,
for
वाकई में
our
spoiler हो
iniquity,
जाएगा।
are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between...
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars.
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans.
If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aru, never to leave again for all eternity.
All of us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, allow me to present you with a gift.
ये कैसा ये किंग दशरथ के वो है subordinates.
Using Aru's power, we
क्योंकि
shall install a defense mechanism at
वो
our
है,
king's
sealed है।
mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Irminsul itself. This shall afford you some convenience. Unseen and unheard. From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive anything said or done within the mausoleum.
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aru?
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So, marvel away. This is the reward you have earned.
All right. Well, that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them. They'll...
ओके ये हो गया तो मैं अभी बाय द आरू इज सेलेस्टियल टेक हाँ वो तो बता ही दिया इन लोगों ने आरू कौन है आरू एक क्या कहते हैं मैकेनिकल क्रिएशन है किंग दशरथ का हो गया तो चलो मैं खाना खा के आ जाता हूँ ठीक है आके फिर ये कंटिन्यू करते हैं तो चलो मैं आया ज़्यादा नहीं लूँगा मैं 8:30 या 8:35 तक आ जाऊँगा चलो भाई आ गया मैं खाना ही नहीं बना अभी तक
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aru?
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kaveh, and these two are Termezi and Naisaburi. Hey, I'll hate them. Come in.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only ever seen...
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess. Precisely the activities we most enjoy.
No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just humoring you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to...
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work. Follow their example by giving your utmost devotion.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their ancestors. What little respect you show for King Deshret.
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for.
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly.
This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aru can only be operated.
King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aru's modules are designed that way is not so much because he trusted them.
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
भाई जोक्स अपार्ट ये काफे का फेस मॉडल आइज वाइज पूरा मूवी का जैसा क्यों है? I mean, ये पूरा इसका facial structure मूवी का
It's
जैसा
your
नहीं
job
है.
to activate it after all. Let's begin.
Working is
Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your...
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least...
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha?
Aru and the Akasha? I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help...
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right?
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed.
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of the scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well,
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land.
The goddess of flower, Celestia.
Then she created the jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. 2 other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the 3 met beneath the great green trees. It was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the 3, which transcended both
अच्छा हाँ
time
मैं भूल ही
and
गया था वो तो
life.
एंजल है
For
निकोल ने
they
बताया था
promised that in
शीश मैं उसके बारे में
Sumeru,
भूल ही गया था
wisdom would be shared with all. All the great changes in Sumer. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from
Well, if the 2 share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious...
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition. What he desired, she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro: "Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be devoured. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. Yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this, I cherish you both. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived."
अब King Deshret is Taj Mahal, Aru और Nabu Malakata is... Actually, you are not wrong. मतलब वो meme है, you are out of the line, but you are not wrong.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the goddess of flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy. but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the three questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, who's in charge again? Is it...
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then, close your eyes.
Actually, Sumeru is based on
Wisdom
most of
hides
Indian
in the
mythology.
space
Yes,
between
वो तो
the
है.
tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you...
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait.
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is.
चलो Act 10. Okay, यहाँ पे भी ये glitchy screen. अच्छा हम लोग ऊपर आ गए.
Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Al-Haytham, there's some writing here I'll need you to... I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little...
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Herein lie verses written for the Yellow Sand. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I
Puzzle
had
से
no
वैसे
idea
यहाँ
Aru kept a...
वो तो मैं starting में
as
समझ
long
गया
as you're
था.
certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll... Found some more. Sending...
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Yeah, you're right. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out.
ओके ये वाला हो गया। ले भाई तू क्यों रुका हुआ है? चलो puzzle solve.
Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still,
even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before...
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think
it meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling. This cross between reality and the intent. It's like drifting between life and death. Or in and out of a dream. Using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just...
That won't happen.
All right.
पानी Rest for a while. देखते आगे क्या है. Okay, we're back to the traveler's POV. यार ये तो पूरा का पूरा क्वेस्ट डोमेन के अंदर ही क्यों रखते हैं? मतलब कुछ टाइम से यही हो रहा है डोमेन के अंदर.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru?
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease.
भाई इसका डायलॉग
I'm just
ज्यादा नहीं
here
है,
to
इसको
chat with
इसमें
you
इतना तो
about
बात
Lesser
करता ही नहीं.
Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity.
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to Apep, but this can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that Apep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history
अब जब पूरा world
between
changing
her
events है
and
तो
our
manual
king?
changes will be more problematic. हाँ वो बात भी है. But the thing is कि open world में भी वो changes हुए ना तो अच्छा लगेगा, मतलब चीजें
Then
lower
you are
accurate
learned
रहेंगी.
indeed. I'm glad to know that Sumeru has the support of someone like you. At the end of his life, King Deshret tricked the Dendro dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the land, he chose to deceive her and thereby ensure his annihilation. An act that surely displays his love. The Dendro dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded.
वो तो है बट बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगा इम्प्लीमेंट करना वो चीज।
And
हाँ
so,
वो बात
her
तो है।
willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge...
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, a pep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her, too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the Pep? For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her? I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was a...
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep, I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently met. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended...
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Boer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
Guess करो कौन
A force
है वो
to be reckoned
insect?
with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
रुको एक बार फिर से पढ़ने दो फिर।
पटुई?
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there.
No way. ये थे.
We made it.
बेचारा सोरूश भाई.
Huh? Wait, that voice. Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
अभी तो एक्ट भी 10 स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ. ये एक्ट 10 ही है.
Wait, what are the R&R doing here? Don't you guys hate the Obviously, I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next step. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay? Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions. Okay, I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now.
अबे स्पीड रन करने दे. भाई नॉर्मल अटैक भी नहीं रखा. इन लोगों को पता है कि उससे स्प्रिंट वो हो जाएगा, फास्ट हो जाएगा. ये लोग आ रहे हैं. आजा आजा आजा. वहाँ अपने बच्चे हो रहे. रुको जरा खाना बना के नहीं मैं एक बार पूछ लूं. चलो खाना तो बन गया. निकोल ग्रेटर देन बेनेट. यस भाई अभी तो फिलहाल टेस्ट करा. स्लाइटली बेटर. एंड एक और चीज है कि शील्ड मेनली अर्ले के लिए शील्ड इज बेटर देन हीलिंग. क्या हुआ? मैं पढ़ा नहीं.
Hello, everyone. It's only us.
For non-X too? Yes. Yes. भाई इन्हें वॉइस क्यों नहीं दिया?
It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Voluka. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well? Everyone's here.
Yes.
Good.
In Moika Melt and Overload still. Moika Melt में तो देखा नहीं है, but Overload में तो yes.
माउई का ओवरलोड नहीं, माउई का ओवरलोड में तुम्हें बर्स्ट फिल के लिए निकोल के जगह कुछ और रखना पड़ेगा। माउई का फाइटिंग स्पिरिट का दिक्कत है, तो माउई का ओवरलोड में तुम्हें आयंसन एंड वो रखना ही पड़ेगा, जो मेल है वो इलेक्ट्रो।
You look like you were about to pass out back there. Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Red Oh, excuse me! I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks. I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing. I can help too. Just let me know where I'm needed.
वह दिन फिर मेरे अकाउंट के लिए बेकार है निकोल। कितने आरा नारा कोई वॉइस करे लोल, बट कर तो सकते थे, वही ना। मतलब सबको वॉइस दिया, इनको नहीं दिया।
Up to no good. That traveler, Paimon. I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you? No problem. Thank you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them.
होगा, इसके बाद मैं खाना खा के आऊंगा, देन देखते हैं। एक्ट 10 पता नहीं, लेट्स सी कहाँ तक कर सकते हैं।
There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid,
honestly,
don't
यहाँ पे
worry.
हमारे पिद्दी का
Just
नहीं
call my
था।
name and I'll be there. Very well. Now,
वो सॉरी
I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the most beautiful. Do not fear. We will face it together. This.
चलो मैं खाना खा के आता हूँ एंड वी विल कंटिन्यू दिस आफ्टर दैट। तुम लोग निकोल देखो। तो मैं खाना खा के आता हूँ, ठीक है।
Not the best idea I have ever had. Metaphors speak for themselves. What am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice. Not the best idea I have ever had.
What am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice. Not the best idea I have ever had. Metaphors speak for themselves. Not the best idea I have ever had. Metaphors speak for themselves.
Not the best idea I have ever had. Metaphors speak for themselves. What am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice. Not the best idea I have ever had.
Metaphors speak for themselves.
Chalo, I'm back and let's continue. Head to Aru. Aruru. Nicole is asking for शादी pics. वो निकोल को मैं प्राइवेट में दिखा दूंगा.
Ah, everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro Archon, you're back.
Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to I regret to be the bearer of bad news. But with the state that Irminsul is currently in, it's impossible to access via traditional means.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
What about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new methods.
Okay, हम लोग जा रहे. Okay. वंडू का पीओवी आ रहा है पहली बार. चलो वंडू का नाम यहाँ पे तो सही रखा है. अच्छा हो मैं सेकंड अकाउंट में क्वेस्ट नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Imagine ये क्वेस्ट मैं सेकंड अकाउंट में कर रहा होगा. Imagine. Those who knows. भाभी को क्लिप जाएगी.
Hey, we're here.
Ah, it's you. The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you.
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate your abilities could never hurt.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same page.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
डॉक्टर कि भाई तुम मेरे को ये बताओ कि सच में तुम्हारा शादी हो गई. भाई तुम डिस्कॉर्ड में देखो मैंने बहुत पहले
Everyone is
पोस्ट डाला
heading for
था.
the desert per the evacuation order.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan.
भाई अभी भी 3 घंटे का क्वेस्ट बचा है.
I see.
मैं
So far,
हार्डली
we
1.5
still lack
घंटे
solid
हुआ.
evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I
क्या
can
हो गया
handle
महंग
it.
भाई?
I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcry?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet.
यो सुधांशु भाई क्या
There's
हाल
no way he could have
हाँ
seen my
देखा
face
था
before.
मेरे को लगा कि वाह भाई एक बार रिसेंड करना होगा अनाउंसमेंट में देखो होगा.
Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
तो तुमने सच में शादी कर ली भाई 6 महीने
Well,
होने आई थिंक
It's
हो
a
गए.
pleasure working with you.
हाँ 6 महीने से ज्यादा भी हो गया है. निकोल को बिल्ड करूँ कि ऐसे ही छोड़ बिल्ड करो भाई ऑब्वियसली बिल्ड करो क्या मतलब ऐसे ही छोड़ दूँ. निकोल बहुत अच्छी यूनिट है वैसे स्पेशली अर्ली के लिए बहुत बढ़िया सपोर्ट है सुधांशु.
Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any unexplained income. And yet it could... Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to
बिल्डिंग
see
का
a
दरवाजा बंद
lady
करके
wearing
रखना
a
अपने कमरे का.
hat?
हाँ और विंडोज भी.
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any
निकोल
large
के लिए
groups
कुछ
on my way
वेपन
here.
नहीं है सिर्फ वो पर्पल वाला बेकार सा कैटलिस्ट. हाँ वही दे दो.
Forgive me for asking,
It
but just
is
to be on
what
the
it
safe
is.
side,
वैसा scene.
could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Corps of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when dealing with unknown people. Whoever...
I understand. Well, sir,
Yeah,
is there
तो क्या
anything else you need
अगस्त
to
में
know?
ना ना
If not,
ना
I'd
ना
better
ना.
try and catch up with them.
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know.
No need for that.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows what they're doing here. You might have
ये
just
लाइन
saved
भाई
my
जिसने भी
life, you
लिखा
know?
है he or she knew what he or she was writing.
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back? I hope for your sake that it's priceless.
I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure...
Oh, really?
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them. That's why I had to go looking for the missing cargo alone.
Ah, no wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask. We don't want to ruin our...
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to sell on as well. Take a look at this.
Yeah.
Pure gold. That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so he's on the lookout for an opportunity to make a quiet. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell this.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case, I think we can work something out.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am.
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What?
This is the coin? Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's Matra are a well-oiled machine now.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, we have secured the evidence. Here's what's gonna happen.
वेगन भाई आप कब शादी कर रहे हो? अरे
Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation skills are highly effective.
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine. I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet up at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay at...
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning...
Paimon, are you
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never
मुझे
try,
लगा
you'll
पाइमन
never
अभी
know.
नो बोलेगी बट सही में जाएगी.
Besides, being the best guide into that has to count for something. This should be a piece of cake.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If anything goes wrong, I'll have to gag you and shove you into a bush.
No need! Paimon will be super careful.
Good. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Ah! Coming! Coming!
Behold!
यार यहाँ पे इन्फिनिट फ्लाइंग देते हैं.
Swollen Fury.
क्या ये C3R3 है? Yes. C3R3.
We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool.
What's on your mind,
Huh?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep. Why this?
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the travel. Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen. If not, suit yourself.
Hat guy? Do you think Paimon is
At this point, why don't they just give us C6R1? Yes.
What? Where's that coming from?
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with a traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to... Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the traveler got kidnapped that time. What if he never came back? What would Paimon do then? And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful. Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and... Oh. Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling. I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up or change. You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consultation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if...
Alright.
Something's not right. Shouldn't they... Paimon, is it just me? Or is it...
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens...
Okay. How strange. We've been here for... What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation. But I can't quite explain. We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up. Yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught, or, more likely, they decided to cut our guy loose.
But how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least send someone here to check things out?
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. This feels all too familiar.
And everyone is in combat, so why care now? Maybe it took her 6 years to realize. But at
Even
least
though this
she's
isn't a
realizing.
formal meeting, I'd still like to start
But
by
to be
saying
honest,
how grateful I am to
तुम
each and every one
combat
of
में
you
नहीं, but प्राइमॉन बहुत
Thank
टाइम
you
हेल्प
all
करने का
for
ट्राई
coming
तो
here
करती है स्टोरी
and
में
standing
देखोगे
by our side.
मतलब जैसे कि एक बार सुमेरु के सैंडस्टॉर्म में सब लोग डूब रहे थे, पाइमॉन ट्रैवलर का हाथ पकड़ के खींच रही थी, तो वो ट्राई तो करती है. But she is too weak now.
Shesipank and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with... As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace. We remember him with great fondness.
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that it's really happening, I feel quite emotional. Time has taken many things away, but that which remains is all the more resilient.
I must say, there is one thing that rather surprises. You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusanali. But even so, I can sense that the life force given to you by the Dendral Dragon has far from fully resolved the problem of your vitality.
भाई एक जगह रिजल्ट एक जगह कहाँ यूजफुल है?
Oh no! So even
रिजल्ट नहीं है, उसके पावर में नहीं है रिजल्ट लाना.
Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I am tied to Irminsul. Until the problem with it is resolved, there is no way I can fully Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker. You must have sensed it already. Your power is not what it
Regrettably, this is true.
I too have grown weaker due to
Really
the
need
effects
that
of
emergency
Irminsul.
food joke back.
Right now, we're all in quite a sorry state.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike. We must unite all our strength.
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as subjects of our king, we have a responsibility to support Sumeru through this catastrophe. Not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru. Times have changed, and the people of today possess greater wisdom than those of the past.
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Goti.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academia are busy opening and renovating Aru. They claim it has something to do with...
Correct. Irminsul has existed in Teyvat since the very beginning. But during the Age of the Dragons, it did not possess the significance it holds today. After the heavenly principles arrived, the power of the Light Realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irminsul was refashioned as a device that records and preserves all information. Since then, everything in this world has been inextricably linked to it. As the Dendro Archon, I have a duty to protect Irminsul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably a major threat. Teyvat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Notcry, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irminsul. But despite me, I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize the most direct route. And the only one that cannot be protected against by entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur at any time.
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats, I couldn't allow myself to stop the souls of the departed from finding peace.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted. Soon after that, the tree began denying access to any...
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster. There will always be trials and tribulations for the world to endure.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown and connect to Irminsul.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irminsul in terms of overall function and performance is Al-Ahmar's legacy, Aru.
Celestial technology versus celestial technology. This is called friendly fire.
All I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. Using Aru is a last resort, and a move that comes with enormous risks. The Scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha to connect to Irminsul, and unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought. rendering that plan to rise to the challenge. We had to resort to more extreme and far costlier means. To reclaim Irminsul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind. I thank you all for giving them your blessing in this endeavor.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the Aranara, and the Pari.
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irminsul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with and what they were capable of.
Well, since you have...
Stores everyone's fate, it's the right, yes. Sab kuch. Every information. Here comes the name drop. Holy भाई, अर्मिंसुल को टेवैट में ही ओपन कर दिया. Act 10 once again. अरे यार, ये क्या चल रहा है? संसारा का लूप.
Master Tainari! What is that?
Is this Irminsul?
How did this happen? What's going on inside?
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was...
Oh my. I understand now, Dendro Archon. You make yourself quite clear.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly afflicted as this.
Please continue, Dendro Archon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But if we are to honor Dottore's will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once. A man of supreme arrogance. So this is where it is.
But didn't Dottore die and not cry? How is he still... He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such a profound influence over Irminsul.
I can confirm that Fatui forces have arrived in Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world are slowly but surely materializing. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all. But they are gradually becoming real.
A baleful tree climbing up into the heavens.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean, the Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people. So he's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
एक्सपीरियंस में अगर वो बोला है
There
या
is still
बता
much
दिया
to
तो
be
मेरे लिए
done.
स्पॉइलर हो जाएगा.
Everyone, please remember our core strategy.
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Al-Haytham and Mr. Kave, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will require certain resources.
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required.
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hat Guy.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed.
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed. Ms. Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the status of this project. Aside from the
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangama Bay.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan, Kale, and Nicole to support Dory on the technical side.
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take good care.
Dia, Candace, and Nefer, you'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties. I trust you remember our goal.
भाई आज जनरली मुझे पसंद नहीं लेकिन रीजन सुन के ये लगा कि सही हुआ. क्या हुआ बताओ जरा.
Good. I believe.
Poor Tainari.
Hey, don't try and drive.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's ability.
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and I will head to the border between Sumeru. Once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany me to the Eternal Oasis.
The Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just a legend.
Regarding your trip to Natlan, under normal circumstances, a meeting between our two nations would be a far more formal affair. Unfortunately, Sumeru is all but completely cut off from the outside world at present. So regretfully,
Order of Sumeru and
we won't be able to give the
probably.
Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. My apologies for the inconvenience.
No point putting too much pressure on yourselves. That goes for everyone.
गॉड्स को टक्कर देने वाली पावर फिलहाल बस मावी का होल्ड करती है, बट वही उसे प्राइस पे करना पड़ेगा.
Especially you, Dendro Archon. I'm sure you're still feeling quite...
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragon's life force will sustain. Plus, we'll be there every step of the way. Nahida will be Yes. I believe in myself. And I believe in every one of you. Well, time to get going.
Guess what will Mawika do? Break the barrier.
To what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured. And to make sure the configuration works, Aru will also need some further optimization.
सही करा है भाई फिर पीटा एक तो अच्छा करा है एक्चुअली बहुत अच्छा करा है इन लोगों को लिटरली ऐसा पीटना चाहिए ना कि चलने के लायक ना हो भाई.
Yeah, no surprises that
once we roll this out,
people like
any
this are
Sumeru
not
citizens
people.
who already have Akasha terminals can simply continue. This still leaves us with a significant
They're
equipment
just
shortage, though. Many
some
groups of people were
monsters
never
that should be
issued Akasha
eliminated.
terminals, including mercenaries, the desert.
we'll need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production of new terminals. Right now, the best place to source these locally is from the primal constructs within King Deshret's mausoleum. Time is not on our side here. It's gonna be a race against the clock.
The Aru merge and renovation project will have to be carried out by you two. Everything's riding on this, so failure is not an option. Best of luck to you. As discussed, General Mahamatra Sino and Mr. Hat Guy will Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum.
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well take a breather.
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the materials arrive.
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp? Not.
It's just Sino being Sino.
Nigel Pulkia, yes, yes.
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs, dismantle them, and extract the required material.
And King Deshret's 7 pillars agreed to this?
भाई मैं बोल तो रहा हूँ ये लोग
If they're just sitting there doing nothing, we might as well put them to use.
उनको eliminate
Thoughts,
करना ही
words,
चाहिए.
not mine.
Glory to Al Akbar!
You dare to gaze upon me? Judgment is upon you. Their penance is due. You stay condemned.
प्राइमल कॉन्स्ट्रक्ट कंपोनेंट. अच्छा ये स्टोरी टास्क वो है. मैं भी 4th टाइम 50 इंडिया कंटिन्यूअस 13 वीडियो है. हाँ
The wind rises. That's far enough.
Nowhere to run. Cry louder.
Squall and fury.
Surrender.
Behold.
Way ahead of you. Nowhere to run. Through me, justice is served. Guilty. Their penance is due.
These devices should still be usable even though they're broken down. Let's take them back for the others to review.
प्राइमल कॉन्स्ट्रक्ट कंपोनेंट. हाँ देखा ही नहीं मैंने.
Futile. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty! Your penance is due!
Good.
How many do we need again?
होता ही है ये आरएनए फिर से है। मैं सोच रहा था बिरयानी खरीद लूं लेकिन मेरा टाइम लफड़ा देखने में निकल गया। इसके बाद
Enough
हाँ
to make an Akasha terminal for everyone who doesn't own one.
I remember you telling me how revolutionary these Akasha terminals were. You've used one before.
The Academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom disseminate.
Certainly sounds
Neither hat got.
Well, if it all goes.
स्टार्ट से लेकर अभी तक यही पैटर्न है यार। 0.6 में आर्कॉन रीगन तो होता है बट आई डोंट नो 0.6 0.5 बट इन लोगों ने चेंज कर दिया। अगले वर्जन में तो
Thank you so
कोलंबिना
much
का
for
रीगन
handling the
होना
delivery.
चाहिए।
What a long way it was. You've really outdone yourself. I'm well aware what a bumpy
Oh, trust me. I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. Simply flawless work. But will you really be needing all of this?
According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality either. Only the price. So...
I heard you covered a lot of the funding out of your own pocket.
Oh, that's an exaggeration. The Academia provided... Of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this.
It's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a diminutive device is able to output the power of the Light Realm.
Did you attend the lecture on Light Realm energy, Madame Farzan? I don't believe I saw you there.
Of course I attended. I was just a little late, so I had to listen to the whole thing from outside the back door. Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of Light Realm, elemental and abyssal energy, as well as the relationship between the three.
Good to know. Master told me in private that the conversion process between Light Realm energy and elemental energy involves highly classified knowledge that shouldn't be disseminated too widely. But even so, the scholars still shared said information.
सेव करो सूर्यकांत भाई। बहुत हाई चांस है कि अगले में कोलंबिना आ जाए। इस पैच में आना चाहिए था मेरे हिसाब से, बट क्योंकि नहीं आया तो बहुत हाई चांस है।
Well, you can't enforce a rule that everyone breaks.
At first, the Dendro Archon was reluctant to explain it in great depth for safety reasons. Later, she came to terms with it, and simply informed my master that we would all have to face the question of survival. To protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the... It's an information hazard. A tricky problem. But...
What do you mean?
I get it. For instance, you and I...
Hey, what? That is not what I...
Well, as they often say in Vahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is an insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject...
In other words, the big problem of survival.
When the same secret is shared with a group of people, the same fate binds them together.
हाँ, स्काउट एटलस से 4K पॉसिबल है। F2 पे जितना पुश कर सकते हो अटैक को करो। अगर एटलस है तो फिर 4K हो जाएगा आराम से।
But to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will always believe in that. All right. I think that's everything.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be...
तो फर्स्ट टाइम वेलकम वन प्लस बीप पर भाई साहब देख रहे हो फ्लेक्सिंग देख रहे हो।
Okay, the materials are ready. We can proceed with the next phase. Al-Haytham, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a tribal language, while other parts seem to be a variant of an Oasis script, based on the glyph forms.
Oh. Not lost to history, I hope.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, This section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the Academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here. Can you read?
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading. Victory should not be easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has external...
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it being symbolic? You can't read it unless you don't read it. Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by border. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a metaphor, isn't it?
A chessboard.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aru is a place reachable through wisdom, this day was bound to come sooner or later.
I've always been against overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired of reading?
Ah, it's you 3. Just in time. We've been delving deep into Aru, and now this board has appeared.
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours. You must be quite the experts by now in that case.
It is true. King Deshret's chess games are some of the most well-loved of all his wonderful creations. If you have ever been to Safhe Shatranj, you may well be familiar with the chess pieces you see.
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru, then?
Naturally. Visitors, everything is ready. Only by completing the challenge on the board in accordance with the rules will you be permitted to overwrite Aru.
1 second. It's not...
Dangerous? Why, yes, of course.
I should be the one to go, then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to look out for you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess typically requires 2 players. Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe is in your best interest too, isn't it?
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so please don't go too hard on us, all right?
Ah, but Bennu said he wanted to put some respect into these whippersnappers.
Thank you. Obviously, we'll still try to be careful.
तुमने न्यू बॉस से फाइट दोत्तोरे से तो फाइट कर लिया है.
This doesn't seem like ordinary chess. Is the goal to defeat the opponent?
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Ready?
Let's do it.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
Purpose law. वैसे प्लेस क्या करना है?
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
अरे यार ये क्या फालतूगिरी है. अबे इधर क्यों नहीं जा सकता मैं? अब ये रास्ता क्यों ब्लॉक है भाई? पाथ ब्लॉक, अरे इससे प्लेस कहाँ करना है फिर? पाथ ब्लॉक भाई से फिर प्लेस कहाँ करना है?
Strange
दोनों
time to catch
सेपरेट
up on
पाथ
sleep.
दो क्या?
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking. It's not that simple, you know.
रीसेट। मुझे ये समझ नहीं आया दोनों को प्लेस कहाँ करना है? वो तो बड़े जो पिरामिड है वहां पे है।
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
कहीं प्लेस नहीं करना। मेक योर पाथ फॉर द बॉयज टू रीच द सेम एंड पॉइंट। सेम एंड पॉइंट मतलब मैं समझा नहीं। ओह अच्छा ओके ठीक है। सब ट्रिकी। भाई मुझे तब से समझ ही नहीं आया।
Now is the time for my trial. Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
दूसरा वाला लगा है ओके। नहीं यहाँ से नहीं। चलो स्पेशल लाइव स्ट्रीम पर 2 आर्टिफैक्ट शो किया था, उसका डोमेन इन्होंने ऐड किया क्या?
Ibis King,
अरे नॉट
don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
वहां पे है भाई, ये वो एरिया तो लॉक्ड ही है।
Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking! It's not that simple, you know.
सेट लगाया मैंने। चलो मैं चला। ओके, गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट।
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
एक की कमी। ओके, पहले इसका रास्ता सेट करते हैं। चलो, लोअर डिफिकल्टी क्यों? इजी तो है।
Done.
Finally. But seriously, that was incredible. Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from— Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us.
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our
In addition to the since Aru's
so...
Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the divine?
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone.
Me, oh my. Well,
naturally.
I think traveler का okay, traveler का
There you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others. And she has already sent word to Natlan on... She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she's more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire journey. Oh, yes, Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help everyone out. She is. So kind and... Well, time for us to get going.
Here he comes. Let's see. ये डेजर्ट का ग्राफिक्स कुछ बदला सा नहीं लग रहा है. ये सन भी अलग है.
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It completely cuts the... But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before.
Good question. I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. Mawika! You got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Malika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border in such short... I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and I am reaching out. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the Traveler in Irminsul, and you are still within Natlan's border.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Exactly.
Okay.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will... I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but... Irminsul predates the Heavenly Principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the... So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be active. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. That is what caused the barrier to deploy. The Heavenly Principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The Heavenly Principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, Preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both—
You need the Pyronosis.
Yes. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw. So instead, what I ask of you is to please give the Pyronosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous? There's no need to be
Surely a gnosis is pretty important.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that, as far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Yeah, not about to dispute.
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the Pyronosis.
Huh? Just like that?
Uh-huh, just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your gnosis just
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over the gnosis to Tumaini is far from the craziest idea. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request. Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, help it. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Malika, my heartfelt thanks go to...
But now, for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you? The Irminsul berry...
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Incredible.
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured this—
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a Descender, Irminsul contains no records of him, and thus has no way to impede him.
Of course.
Is that right? You real catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mawika. Thank you for trusting us with—
All right. No need to get so formal. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about the Gnosis. Any others?
Let me— I have the Pyronosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. Not particularly heavy, and yet... I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan.
The Gnosis disappeared.
I'm fine. The Pyronosis disappeared into my body. Just like... phlogiston.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still...
Whew.
यो सुननी भाई क्या हाल चाल?
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Malika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can.
We won't let you down.
Yeah. We aren't about to lose.
ऑलराइट, चलो अभी यहाँ पे एंड करते हैं। कहाँ पे हम लोग? लेस देन अ मिनट। तो यहाँ पे एंड करते हैं गाइस, स्ट्रीम भी एंड करते हैं। मिलते हैं फिर अगले स्ट्रीम पे। अंटिल देन टाटा बाय बाय, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट, शुभ रात्रि। और कल मैं एंड कर दूंगा। आई थिंक यहाँ पे पेट इट इज अ गुड स्टॉपिंग। यस, मैं वही कर रहा हूँ। तो चलो, गुड नाइट, टाटा बाय बाय, टेक केयर।